Into the fourth quarter in 2 of those 3 games. Blew a 23-point lead in 1 game earlier this year against the Warriors.
In both of those games, they had actually a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. They've got to learn to close. We know Golden State has the best closing lineup in the NBA.
Ba Moute scores, and anything. Here's Redick, an open look. The #1 3-point shooter in the. Steph Curry all the way to the goal for the easy deuce. First point. A possible record-breaking season as Draymond Green scored.
Well, you understand.
Johnson out ahead of the pack for the jam.
Wow, what a more and more in the NBA. Those point guards keeping their dribble alive, get on the baseline, and make that pass back through the defense. Like they're playing against a zone, and you're getting a lot of cutting against those defenses now.
Barnes too strong, but Bogut's there. Curry sets and fires, hits!
Great job early in this game protecting the basket.
Jeff Green attacking. You're going to get from night to night, but we're getting the good Jeff Green so far. 7 points in 3 minutes off the bench. Here's Barbosa hitting a 3.
Some roll winning and stuff, so let's keep our eye now with Chris Paul off the floor and no Blake Griffin. Let's see offensively what the Clippers do.
You got Crawford, Rivers, along with Green as Curry gets to the basket, scores on Clippers. Barbosa from Draymond Green. You talk about the playmaking between the game and shot clock.
What's the chances of Jamal Crawford here shaking and pulled up and shooting a shot here right in the center of the floor off the pick and roll?
About 99.5. There it is for 3. It's gone. Cross 3, and the Clippers with a 7-point lead. Here's Curry. 4 seconds left. Curry gets all the way to the basket and lays it in easily.
And they're closing lineup a lot. That's what they really value in his game, is his versatility.
Here's Spates from outside. A 3 is good. Column, and Steve Kerr told us today that is first and foremost.
I think talks about their competitive spirit when they lose a game, how they come back. They don't get any prolonged periods where they're not playing well. Pretty amazing season they've had.
63-7, a game ahead of through 70 games was 62-8, through 71 was 63-8. 32-31 after Rivers gets the basket. And now here's Barnes from outside, the 3-ball goes. The Warriors clean the glass. The second unit for Golden State, giving them a lift here. Barnes open again, and hits again.
Spot, 8-0 run.
Clippers led by 5 after 1. The Warriors outscoring LA 16-4 here in the first 4 minutes of the second quarter. Paul Pierce back out there for the Clippers. Leaves it for Jordan, who takes off and throws. Redick and Pierce out there for the Clippers, who trail by 5. LA at 43-26. 1 game off the pace from last year. Remember, they're 56 wins last year, 57 2 years ago. Jordan, a rare attempt outside the
offensive rebounder, dunker. That was a nice play with his offhand.
He's got 5 points, 9 rebounds here in the first half. His scoring average has improved every year. His first 8 seasons in the league, the first player to do that since Derek Harper back in the 80s. Here's Thompson for 3.
The shot down, I mean, the stroke, the beautiful release. How tough that shot was. Then you make it look so easy.
And we see him, Doug, catch the ball sometimes at his eyes and shoot it without bringing it down. Anthony Morrow last night for the Thunder was catching it above his head and not bringing it down and hitting 3s. Crawford! The plan. Just not falling the last 3 games. The lob to Jordan. Oh, just when you thought it was safe, back within 1. Good look by Bogut. He is an excellent.
Count on him to come back the next game and be better. So when you're a coach and you have those kind of players, enjoy it.
And he said to us before the game, Steve, as Redick cuts and a good find by Crawford.
Well, listen, I understand all the rest and everything that goes with it. But Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, those guys were going to play all 82 games.
Curry, step back 3, you bet!
Well executed play to give a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Warriors have a foul to give. The Clippers starting backcourt has not played very well here in the first half, but they've got to be happy with the fact they're in the ball game. Only down 2.
Honestly, we just have been missing a lot of shots. He pointed to Chris Paul, who was 1 for 7 in that first half. I asked him, how do you get Chris going? He says, you know what, I don't really worry about it as long as we're getting good shots, as long as he's getting good shots. He said, I figure the law of the
season on April 13th. J.J. Redick picking up the foul, his second. catch and shoot. Good for Klay.
I'm not sure that's the shot Doc Rivers wants, and I'm thinking right here as a coach, if Golden State scores, you better get a timeout.
And they will. But Clippers are 0 for 7 from the floor in the quarters. Green slips and it drops.
Ended.
12 points for Green, who did not play in the Clippers' last game because of a head issue. Curry for 3 is good. Redick. One hand's in the hand to Green. What a look by Curry. For the Clippers, back within 9. 7 minutes to go here in the third. Curry goes right past Paul. Whirls and finds Barnes. 3 won't go. Oh, Bogut. Far from out there. Green on the low block. Thompson catch and shoot. Yes! An entire game. Maybe they extended from the last 2 minutes. We can't do it to the last 4 or 5 minutes. Clippers are 3 of 15 from the field here in the quarter, and you can't do that against this Warrior team. Curry! So the Clippers just ended a 3-minute drought without a field goal. Now they're looking for back-to-back hoops, and Rivers high off the window.
So when we look at the 4 games they have played this year, Dave, none of the games will be with both teams at full strength. So I think the only way we will see them at full strength is if they play each other in the playoffs.
Yeah, the first game here, Duncan didn't play. The Warriors won that by 30. And then on Saturdays, Jordan soars again here at home with the expectations and to get 73 wins. Green takes it the length of the floor. Overt clap. 38-player technical foul. Most in the league. Paul the lob and Jordan with his back. Paul with 1. Paul gets it away. Good if it goes. It does! A running 3 by Curry. The pressure and the national and international phenomena that Steph Curry has become. Rivers to Aldridge underneath, and Aldridge gets it to go.
Differently. Klay Thompson, very underrated athlete who could really shoot the ball, and I watched them, and they reminded me so much of Coach Allen in Detroit. Where Andre Iguodala be on the floor with his depth lineup. With him off the floor right now, it's Brandon Rush. This is where they really misstray.
Thompson on the catch and the finish. Steph, no look pass ahead to Thompson for the layup.
His ankle problem. They weren't sure he was going to be able to play. That's why he's on the kind of contract he is right now, is because they weren't sure he was going to be able to even play.
Jamal Crawford.
Tonight he has not been a factor. Normally his 3-point shooting a very big part of this team.
Draymond Green takes it to the rim, puts it home.
You've got Kawhi Leonard in San Antonio. You've got Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City. And you get Cleveland, you got LeBron James. That's a lethal position, Dave.
It's something the Clippers have been looking for years and haven't been able to find that, scoring small forward. Rivers gets to the basket, puts it in. Thompson. DeAndre Jordan's leading the Clippers tonight with 19 points, and he also has 20 boards. Curry gets free, nails the 3.